Hey Breezers, how are you guys? Happy Sunday! I hope everybody is having a beautiful weekend and staying warm. I know weather's been crazy. We have a very long Foodie Beauty community post. It is edited. When is it from? I guess we'll find out after we read it. So it says, I will summarize my feelings on this entire cat rehoming debacle, and then I'm closing this chapter of my life, and I will not allow others to shame me for my decisions. No matter what I chose to do, rehome them or euthanize BBJ, if the vet saw fit, I was villainized for. Foodie, do you want to know why you're villainized for that? This is the second time you've tried to dump your cats for a man. The first time, it didn't work out. This time, it did. You're rehoming them so you can chase a man. These cats who have been with you forever, for a long time, who look to you as mom, which is so unfortunate to them. You were going to euthanize BBJ not because she was old or sick. You were just doing it out of convenience. There's nothing wrong with BBJ other than the neglect that you gave her. You're villainized because you're an animal abuser. BBJ had 5 nails grown into her paw pad. You said she was crying? Well, that's why she was crying. And you couldn't be bothered to take BBJ to the vet. So many of your subscribers and VIBs sent you super chats. Vegan for Life sent you $500 to get BBJ taken care of, and you couldn't be bothered to go do it. Okay, and she continues, regardless of your feelings on my marriage, etc., truth is, Stella and I are deeply in love and want to plan a life together. Foodie, who are you trying to convince? If you always have to announce, we're deeply in love, you're probably not deeply in love, and you cannot convince us otherwise. And how do you try to plan a future for? Don't you just plan it when you're newly married? Okay, did I foresee this happening back in 2004 when I got BBJ? No. Well, you should have, Foodie, because you've been a terrible pet owner your whole life. You've been an animal abuser your whole life, from what it sounds like. Things happen in our lives, and all I've ever tried to do was find the best solution for them. So the best solution for them is rehoming them instead of you staying with them? That's the best solution? I posted these pics below. I'm scratched out for modesty purpose, of course. Yeah, go ahead, scratch out a few pictures, Foodie. We've all seen your OnlyFans. It's I don't know what you're trying to hide. To show that even back in 2005, Pete was playfully annoying BBJ, so cut the crap out of calling him an animal abuser. You guys, I retweeted something on Twitter. Go check out my account. And I also have a video up of Pete's choking BBJ. So it's not crap, Foodie. You guys abuse animals. She was trying to get away from him and he was grabbing her so hard. BBJ's nails growing long also isn't abuse. Foodie Beauty, she was in pain. So much pain. That is abuse. It's preventable. Her nails growing so long is preventable. I think you get mixed up because you think abuse is only hitting an animal or a person. Right? Abuse is neglect. Abuse is so many different things. Okay, so let's reread that again. BBJ's nails growing long also isn't abuse. Sam's were fine. Sam was also so mad at Foodie Beauty. Sam and BBJ were horribly neglected. You cannot tell us otherwise. It's because she is elderly and I was bringing her to the vet, but Goblin shot that down because she needed to use BBJ for views by exploiting her situation. No. So even in the text that came out, you were making excuses of why you haven't taken BBJ to the vet. I'll say it again. You should be thanking BBJ. Actually, I'm sorry. You should be thanking FFG for rescuing BBJ from the horrible situation you put her in and for taking her to the vet since you couldn't. So I was told not to bring her. Those nails were sadly Goblin's fodder and entertainment and views for a day, and mark my words, she will milk it for all it's worth. Animal welfare came twice to check the cats, and they were fine. Did they check the cat's nails? Did they check BBJ's nails? Because if they checked, they wouldn't have left her there. If they were being abused, they would have taken them immediately. Not true. Mistakes happen. People overlook things they shouldn't. And I think they overlooked the horrible situation you had your cats in, and that's so unfortunate. I also posted these pics to demonstrate that I have always loved and taken care of my pets, and no loud, miserable person with a fake boyfriend will ever take that away from me. Foodie, not everybody has to pay or fake relationships. Not everybody has to pay for them. Not everybody has to fake them. I think you're projecting. And I don't like that word. Oh my gosh, I hate that word, but I think you're projecting. Let's see. I also posted these pics to demonstrate that I've always loved and taken care of my pets, and no loud, miserable person with a fake boyfriend will ever take that away from me. Sorry, you guys, we have a kitchen remodel happening. You can all think what you want, but my true supporters know my character and still support my content, so luckily I don't need you hateful, toxic girl world weirdos. Oh, your supporters. You mean Missy Moo and Aisha? Yeah, those two. The two who are co-signing your BS, the two who are saying animal abuse is okay. Yeah, those two. Without talking about me, though, Goblin gets nothing. Love that for it. As for Cigarette Goblin, again, I will only be going after her in private. Okay, if she's a Cigarette Goblin, are you an outhouse gnome? Just wondering. I will close this chapter and leave all hate and negativity in this villa and move on. I will never understand how I was being called a vile person for bringing BBJ to the vet to get her nails trimmed and to see if humane euthanasia was the best option. And I have to say, in my opinion, it is better than being with that foul, smoky witch's family. Did you guys hear that right there? She said BBJ is better off being euthanized than with FFG's family. She's evil and sick. I mean, she and her audience are not too bright to claim to be saving BBJ, a 21-year-old cat whom I didn't even put down when Goblin put down her two dogs. Okay, is BBJ 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, or 21? I feel like the age always changes. And Foodie, you need to stop with that. Her dogs were sick. It wasn't at the same time. They were two separate incidents. She was clearly torn apart by it. She showed more emotion for having to put her pets down than you've ever shown for your cats. You should be crying at the fact that you're so ashamed of yourself, not going after FFG. Let's see. Just more false outrage and weird ways for her to insert her frizzy ponytail into my life. The blanket BBJ was on clearly had cigarette burns in it. Foodie Beauty, should we pick apart the llama? The llama's worse than any pet bed I've ever seen. You're lying. Sorry, I got cut off. So she continues, all of you are praising a vile action of cat theft through deception and claiming BBJ is safe when no one knows for sure. Foodie, you gave your cat away without doing your research, so it's not theft. And BBJ is probably far safer with FFG's family than she ever was with you. That was the risk I took in rehoming her, and I have to live with that, but still I'm grateful for the changes coming to my life. I invite all you beezers along with me. Let's travel the world and be happy. Let's bees and leave these horribly miserable weirdos in the dust. Bye. Sorry I let you down, BBJ, and you have to be affiliated with liars, criminals, chain smokers, and vile stalkers for the rest of your life. Foodie, BBJ's not in your care anymore, so she doesn't have to worry about liars, criminals, chain smokers, and vile stalkers anymore. You don't have her anymore. You gave her away. Now she has a life filled with hope, happiness, love, free from neglect, free from abuse. Remember when you let Nader terrorize your cat, BBJ? That was abuse. That was abuse. You talked about it. Remember when you let Pete squeeze her so hard she was trying to get away? I will remind you of that every time you try to twist this around as you were this amazing pet owner and your cat was stolen. You were a neglectful, abusive, and you gave your cats away. Okay, so she said, sorry I let you down, BBJ, and you have to be affiliated with liars, criminals, chain smokers, and vile stalkers for the rest of your life. Funny how you outlived Timbit in these pics below, but I was such a bad owner to keep you happy for 20 years. End of an arc. See you all in the Middle East. Foodie, you had nothing to do with BBJ being alive as long as she's been able to live. She's living to spite you. She's living all because of herself. Because she's an amazing animal. She is. You have nothing to do with her success from here on out. She's going to do amazing because she's away from you. And let's look at these pictures. BBJ, I'm so happy you are free from Foodie and Pete's, who always terrorized you and put you through so much. I hope we get so many updates. And again, thank you, FFG, for doing what you did, rescuing BBJ. And I'm going to pray for so many blessings for you and your family. I am. Anyways, you guys, I hope you're having a great day, great evening, wherever you are. Let's talk about this in the comment section, and I will see you so soon. Bye.